Hey y'all, I'm Robin Barnes, the New Orleans Songbird, and we are here for the making of Super Bowl 59 at the beautiful Superdome. This will be the 11th Super Bowl in New Orleans. New Orleans is known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and amazing music, if I do say so myself. In this series, we're going to show you how the Super Bowl comes to life. This time we're talking Super Bowl week events with Nicki Ewell, Director of Events for the NFL. There are a lot of opportunities to join in on the festivities for locals and visitors alike. From opening night to game day, Nicki is sharing how she and her team will make the game week experience unique to New Orleans. Check it out. Hey y'all, we are here with Nicki Ewell, the Senior Director of Events for the NFL. Welcome, Nicki. Thanks for having me. Thank you for being here. So, okay, first of all, you sound like you have one of the coolest jobs ever. Fan experiences, the events. What is it about the hospitality experience that entails what you come up with to make this such a momentous Super Bowl?
Well, we spend a lot of money. I'm really good at spending money, but we also have really great partners, especially locally. We want to make sure the events that we're hosting, whatever market we're in, but in an iconic city like New Orleans, the culture really cuts through, and we want to make sure that the events that we're hosting are really reflective of the community. So that means you have really amazing partners in the community guiding you, not just at the venues like amazing Caesars Superdome, but all throughout the city to make sure that we're showing up, showing out, and it relates to the food, of course, which is second to none. The entertainment, the music, the art, all of that has to come to life. And so that means partnering with amazing people in the city that we're producing events.
So give me a timeline on planning something like this. I mean, you have so many facets, so many different events, so many parts. How do you do it all? And just how do you plan something like this? I think about birthday parties and how intense that is. This is like times a million. So tell me.
Yeah, I just go to Chuck E. Cheese for that. But we have an amazing team, a lot of very strong women in our department. But we also have these amazing network of vendors. So in order to bring something like the Super Bowl to life, we award the game and, of course, all the corresponding events years ahead of time. So we've been working on this event for 3 years, probably.
Wow.
So this is one of our favorite cities. This is number 11 Super Bowl city that they're hosting a Super Bowl. So, of course, they have really great reps and they know how to host, they know how to feed people, they know how to party, and they know how to welcome guests to their city. So it takes a number of years to plan and starts, of course, right here at the beautiful Caesars Superdome, building out everything. They did a beautiful renovation, of course, within the stadium. There's a lot of public works happening outside. The streets are getting repaired. A lot of the hotels are going under renovations. So it's a huge, massive undertaking because they're welcoming, thousands and thousands of fans, but also want to make sure that they show up for their locals too. So I'm lucky enough that we produce, of course, the Super Bowl, but there's also all these events that are happening within the community that are accessible because not everybody's lucky enough to get to the game. So I'm lucky that our team gets to develop the fan events that's really meant for the locals, but also those that are visiting this amazing city.
I love that. So explain to me what that process is as soon as y'all land and hit the ground running.
Yeah, so we start with a lot of RFPs, requests for proposals and bidding. So we award a lot of local business here. We want to make sure that we're putting as many people to work in the city of New Orleans and the 10 surrounding parishes around New Orleans. So it starts with a lot of bidding. We're locking in venues first. Before we announce where we're going to be hosting a Super Bowl or a draft, we lock in all of our venues because we know when we come with our big circus, everybody else comes too. So of course, the stadium is the first piece that falls into play.
Mm-hmm.
We take over the stadium the first week in January. So it's really dependent upon how the host team is, how deep in the playoffs they could potentially go. But we like to take the stadium for about 6 to 8 weeks. So we build out in this beautiful, newly renovated stadium. We have all the plazas on the outside, the garages, down to Poydras, the LSU lots. We're using Champion Square. So a lot of the work that we're developing now is final. This is December. This is the last trip prior to us taking over the venues. So it's a lot of partnerships with all the vendors here. We have a lot of multi-year agreements with our vendors because it's really complicated. The Super Bowl is really complicated. It's a huge media event and there's no margin for error. So we have a lot of vendors in place and we come to a host city about 4 times a year. We have vendors that come monthly usually. And they just continue to advance the plan so that, number one, safety and security is number one. We want to make sure that everybody is safe when they come to our events. It's a non-negotiable. We have great partners from the New Orleans Police Department to federal resources. So we want to make sure, number one, everybody's safe, but we want to make sure we put on a good party too. And that's the best part of New Orleans is the food, the hospitality, and just that nature of how to host a party.
What do you love most about doing your job?
It seems like it's almost immediate gratification during the week of the game because you're seeing all of the build out come to life. But in reality, that was 3-4 years sometimes in the making, depending upon how many years ago the city was awarded the event. So it's seeing fans get so excited. Of course, there's nothing like a Saints fan. I mean, they're so passionate about their club.
They're very passionate about it for sure.
And so all of, NFL fans are very passionate, but Saints fans are on another level. So you really have so ingrained Saints culture into the fan base here. So we want to make sure we bring that to life. So there's so much planning that goes on, but the most amazing part is seeing it all come together. Our huge network of team that come together. Again, a lot of really strong women, but also fans who then embrace the events that we're hosting in the city. That's the best thing. And it starts really the week of the game. Monday night, we're going to host an event here in the Superdome called Opening Night, fueled by Gatorade. And it's basically a party to kick off. The two teams are in the market. We have the AFC and NFC champions here on the turf here on the stadium, and they're doing media availability, but it's also going to be a party inside the dome, $20 tickets. So even if you haven't been here to a Saints game, you can come to our event, $20. You can see the decor that's going to come to life as it appears on game day. And it's just, again, a party. And so that's really meant for the locals as a thank you and as a welcome to the two teams. And also we have other events throughout the week. It's such an amazing walkable city too that you can really take over. There's pop-ups everywhere. There's amazing restaurants. There's amazing hospitality. So it's such a great way to do a takeover in the city.
One thing I always love about the fan engagement, New Orleans, like you said, we have the food, we have the culture, we have the entertainment. Is that sometimes more fun or more of a challenge to like how to amp up the ante to get the people excited about it?
Fun, always, because we have literally this rich list of options and we want to get it right. And so we've been working honestly with the mayor's office. They have what they call a cultural practitioners list, and they gave it to us. And the tabs on this Excel document, are so deep because you have so much rich culture here. So from brass bands to those that are leading second lines to Mardi Gras crews to artists to graffiti artists, there's so many. And that not every city has that. They were so lucky to have that here. So we want to get it right, which makes it hard because there's so many options. But that's when we go back to the locals. Are we getting it right? Is this really a reflection of you? Are we celebrating in the right way and paying homage to this amazing culture?
I think also when you think about the fan engagement, you mentioned the really cool Gatorade party. What are other things throughout the week? What are little tidbits that people can see and look forward to?
Yeah. So it starts here on Monday, February 3rd, opening night, fueled by Gatorade, which again, it's media availability, which I know sounds like, what is that even? But it's really a party to celebrate the two teams that are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. It's the only time that they appear together before Super Bowl Sunday. You see the stadium in all of its glory, all of the decor that we build out, which again, that takes 6 weeks to do. You're going to see that. You're going to see all these hero graphics and all of the installation around the stadium, all the merchandise, which is great too. And then Wednesday, Super Bowl Experience presented by Panini opens. That's Wednesday, February 5th at the Convention Center. So everybody knows to go to the Convention Center, of course. But that's the accessible fan event. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, the tickets are $20. Kids 12 and under free every single day. And then Friday, the tickets go up to $40 Friday and Saturday for adults. But we want to make sure that the locals know, let's come down Wednesday and Thursday. The tickets are cheaper. The lines will be a little bit shorter, but that's really when the party kicks off. But there's a lot of amazing decor that you'll start seeing. There's a lot of stuff that we don't want to tease too much because it's going to be a big release and a big awareness campaign come January. But some of those favorite haunts that everybody knows are really going to come to life. And we have an amazing, vibrant style guide that's really a reflection and colorful of New Orleans culture. So that'll be blanketing the whole city, the team hotels, the facilities, the stadium, of course, the venues that we're taking over. So the colors, the lights, the sounds, the smells, the taste of New Orleans will really come to life. So we're excited to hit the ground.
I love how you just said you're going to be not giving away too much, but just from what you've given me, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is.
You want to be at everything.
Yeah, it is. And even if you don't have a ticket, it's such a coveted ticket, and we get that. And socioeconomic, it's so hard to get into this building on February 9th, but there's all these events that are really meant to be inclusive and accessible to people. All of our sponsors do a lot of things too. So we have a lot of amazing events, and it's such a walkable city, and it's just a party. And we know that the city is going to come to life even more than it normally is on a Tuesday, right?
So you guys haven't been here for 12 years. What's something new that fans can get excited about that people don't know about?
Yeah, we're bringing back the Super Bowl experience. This year it's presented by Panini, which is an amazing fan festival that we host every year that we host the Super Bowl. We always have really strong numbers in New Orleans, so we're excited to open the doors. A lot of innovation and evolution and digital takeaways and all of these amazing things that have evolved over the past 12 years. But one thing that we're really excited about is HBCU Day, which is on Thursday, February 6th. If you are an undergrad student at any of the HBCUs in the state of Louisiana, you get free entry to the event. We're open 3 to 10 p.m. at the convention center. And it's just an amazing celebration of HBCU and Black culture. And we cannot wait to open the doors.
I love that. Well, Nicki, I have to tell you, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us and explaining, I know, which is probably a slither of your world in a dynamic way, but we appreciate you so much. And we're looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Yep. Can't wait to get here and eat.
Yes.
The host committee would like to thank our founding partners, Entergy and Chevron. Our sponsors. Each of these companies plays an integral role in the overall success of the New Orleans Super Bowl host committee. We couldn't do it without you.